Hey cutie. So today's video is about my university experience, just passing down some advice on like a few things that I had learned along the way, advice I wish someone had given me during my first year. I think I would have experienced less stress and like heartbreak during that time if I had gotten this advice before I had started university. So I felt like this would be an ideal video to just pass down to you, kind of prepare you for what to expect when you go to university. And yeah, so just give you like a few examples, kind of just like share my experiences and what I learned and how I feel like I could have avoided that. But yeah, so firstly, I'm gonna start off already when you're about to go to university. I think like before you choose university to go to, be sure that where you're going, you'll be able to have a support system because that's very important when you're in university. It's a stressful place. You're going to a new environment, new work, new lecturers, just a whole new environment in general. So it's really tough on you emotionally, physically, you know what I mean, spiritually. So having people you can like confide in and just like someone you can kind of just share things with is very important. So I think when you know you're going to be going somewhere far, like in my case, I went to Stellenbosch in my first year, and it was a huge or like a drastic change for me because it's a completely different environment. I don't know anyone there. It's nothing like my hometown. So it was really difficult for me to adjust, and not having someone nearby to like help me through the process or just kind of like be there for me was very difficult. So what I would do differently this time would definitely be like making sure that wherever I'm going to, that I'll be able to adapt very well. And also, as soon as you arrive, like when there's orientation, make an effort to get to know people, try and make friends, because a lot of people are more open during that O week because they want to get to know everyone. Everyone's excited, everyone's open. You know what I mean? That is not the time to be an introvert. You get what I'm an introvert, and I understand that was not the time for me to be like closed off, trying to be afraid. You get what I mean? Being afraid to talk to people. I think that's the time when most people are open to speak, because after like orientation is over and university setting in, people have written their first test or tutorial. That's when people kind of just go into their groups, and like it's more difficult to get into a group when everyone's already established their little cliques. You get what I'm saying? So definitely when you arrive at orientation, be more willing to get to know people, because that will be it'll make your whole experience at university way easier. And when you do make these friends, make sure they're people like that are in your course. I would say preferably people that are doing the same course as you, because when you have work or when you're struggling with something, or if you need information or guidance, at least you can like ask them for help. They know what's going on. Because I was studying engineering, and I made friends with people that weren't studying engineering, studying maybe like education or something, and their work schedule is different, so they're going out more often than me. They don't really understand the experience that I'm having, even though they're great people. Yes, it's just that now when you start doing your respective courses, you don't really have time to spend with each other. Rather than if you made friends in your course, you guys can at least study with each other, share notes. This person knows someone else who has past paper, or someone who can help us with coding. You get what I mean? It's more beneficial that way, I think, if you make friends that are doing the same course as you. Then when it comes to roommates, first year, roommates and moving to res, I would suggest going to res rather than going to a private accommodation, because it's a new environment. You don't really know the town. It's not really safe for you to be walking around by yourself, not really knowing where to go. You get what I mean? Like it doesn't come with the safety and like some reses you have mentors. I mean, those benefits of being at a res, there's more people, you can be friends with, because all first years have like their own how do I say, like team building events, or there's more opportunities for you to get to know the people in your res and the seniors as well, rather than if you were to go to a private accommodation. You know what I mean? So I would say in your first year, try to go to res. Then you can make friends more easily. It's easier. It's easier for you to go there when you need to study. The study areas, it's safer. You have like the res manager you can go to if there's any problems, or mentors or house committee members. There's more support, in my opinion, at res for first year. Then roommates, yes. So understand that when you have a roommate, you're not at home now. You have to be considerate. So I'd suggest as soon as you arrive, like sit down with your roommate and ask them what their expectations are for you as a roommate, what makes them uncomfortable, what agreements can you come to, trying to get to know what kind of person they are. Talk about like your study schedules, maybe your sleeping schedules, to kind of try and complement each other to make it a smoother year that you're together, or however amount of time you'll be staying together in the room. You know what I mean? I think it's very important to communicate, because quite recently I had a roommate and she would not communicate with me whatsoever, but I could clearly see she was annoyed about something or didn't want to talk about something, and that caused friction to build, you know what I mean, like things to build up that didn't need to build up if you just spoke about it. So communication is key when it comes to living with someone, and also respecting each other's space, understanding you don't come from the same place, tolerate each other, but honestly just try to respect each other's spaces. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's how I feel. Okay, then we'll come to academics. Considering that I did engineering, I'm not very familiar with any of the other courses, so I'm going to talk from a engineering standpoint. That like, as soon as you start the first week already, you should, as soon as you arrive, make sure you've gone through like the content, what you're expected to do, prepare everything before you get to the lectures. Maybe go through the notes before the class so that you have an idea of what's gonna be taught, so that when you get in class you can ask questions if there's questions. It shouldn't be the first time you see something, right? And also start working from the first week already. Like don't relax, like already from the beginning, from the get-go, start working, but be balanced. You get what I'm saying? Tell yourself, okay, I know myself, I need to study 3 hours a day, every day, and then I have one off day. That's balance, that's fine, you get what I mean? But also add other activities in between, how you socialize, because you need to socialize, you need to make sure your academics are straight, you need to make sure your space is clean, your own personal well-being is fine. You know what I mean? You really need to sit down and like plan how you're going to tackle your university experience, how are you going to make sure that you're able to balance everything. And first year is a time for you to obviously explore, to learn new things, to put yourself out there. So don't be afraid to do that. Like for me, my first mistake was telling myself, okay, I did so much in high school, it was overwhelming, yes, so this in university I'm not going to do anything. I think you're really robbing yourself of an opportunity to make connections, to network with people. That's the whole point of university, really, is to have the space to network with people. Like in the workplace, you might know someone that was at your res, and those connections help you to get into another job or this job. Really, that's like very valuable. You know what I mean? That opportunity to be able to do that. And also, not just in that case, like I said earlier, when it comes to past papers or getting assistance or help. And it's a simple thing as like when you're in res, just greeting someone, and this person knows you as that person. It's always friendly and greets. So when it comes to a point where you need help, you can at least ask that person. You know what I mean? So just be open to doing the activities that are there at res, but obviously balance it. You get what I mean? You know yourself, what you can handle, what your course can handle. So definitely put yourself out there, do activities, explore, but don't overdo it. Don't, now that like you're in university, you get like, how do I say, like when for instance, I was brought up in a very strict household, so suddenly having all this freedom was just like too much. I didn't know how to handle it. and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. You see what I'm saying? So just try to learn, yes, but don't do everything all at once. You get what I mean? Like it's at an unhealthy pace, or wait, like in a pace that you can't handle yourself. Just pace yourself. Do a bit of this, bit of that, bit of here. You get what I mean? I hope I'm being specific, but I feel like I'm just talking broad. But I'll be more specific now. So then, with regards to budgeting and food and what you need, so some races you have like self catering. So you need to learn how to cook. You get what I'm saying? You're going to need to make a few, like learn how to make a few basic meals that you can like prepare for yourself before you go to university. Because there was a point where I did not know how to cook at all, and it was just so intimidating going to the common areas where everyone is cooking and you see someone's making like a 5-course meal and you're just making toasted cheese. You get what I mean? It's just so, it's overwhelming to a certain extent. So just learn how to make basic meals, and also just like make enough for the week or a couple of days and then put it in a lunchbox so that you don't have to cook all the time. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so it becomes very overwhelming if like you don't know how to cook yet, and at least having everything put in lunchboxes and knowing that okay, in these 3 days or 2 days I already know what I'm gonna eat. I've prepared. I've lunch. What's it called again? Food planning. Yes. So you plan your food ahead. You make enough for the certain amount of time so that you don't have to cook all the time, and that saves you enough time to study or add in exercise or spending more time with friends. You get me? Making those connections with other people. When it comes to friendships, talking about friends, when it comes to friendships, I think also make sure you have friends that motivate you to do work, to do better, to do well. You don't want friends that are not just like always partying, not taking school seriously, and that's the point. That's why you're there. You're paying a lot of money to be there. You have family at home that are proud of you and they're rooting for you. So don't add extra distractions by having friends that are not motivating you to go study when, you know what I mean, when it's a Friday, or friends that are just like in their room the whole time watching movies, chilling, going out. It's just they're calling you, let's go out. You get what I mean? You need people that are also motivated in their own way. So when your battery is low, you know you can depend on other people that like, no, they won't let me like be lazy. You get what I'm saying? You need people that are, the people you keep around are really important in university, because at some point, like, from my experience, from some point you'll end up like them. You get what I mean? So if you don't feel like your friends emulate any of the characters that you want to have, I believe you should maybe limit the amount of time you spend with them and find friends that actually push you. Yeah, I think that's one of the main things. And also making sure that you're not too hard on yourself. I was head girl when I was in high school. I did like first team hockey, first team chess. I performed very well academically. So there was like a lot of expectations for myself, and those expectations like built up even going into university. And when I wasn't like receiving those results that I had pre-decided on, I took a real big hit. You know what I mean? And you need to understand that this is not high school. You get what I mean? This is not high school in any sense. Like, there's so many factors that have changed and that have an effect on how you perform in university. So give yourself some grace and be patient with yourself and be kind, and understand that it takes time. And for you, maybe it takes a little more time to understand the concept, to understand that, okay, maybe I need to study a little bit longer. I need to maybe make friends that, oh, it seems like they're getting it. Try to network with them, try to get close with them, and ask them how they do it. You get what I mean? And in most cases, it's like, oh no, I just checked out this YouTube channel. Oh no, there's this video from previous years. The lecturer made videos, so I just watched their videos. Here, I can send them to you. You get what I mean? Most people are very friendly. They're not gatekeepers. They're willing to help if you just ask. You get what I mean? And when someone asks you for help, you should also be willing to help, because you don't know if you're struggling one day, they're good at this. You know what I mean? You're good at maths. and they're good at physics, you guys can help each other out. And that's how you create those relationships. So honestly, like, be willing to learn, be patient, understanding that, take time to learn about yourself and understand that, okay, what do I need to do to perform better? This didn't work, okay, let's move to the next thing. Maybe let me tweak it up a little bit. Let me study a bit longer. Oh, that didn't really work, let me take breaks in between, and then maybe also study on Saturday and Sunday, maybe a little bit longer. You know, the specific topic. Yes, also, that reminds me, when it comes to getting assistance, also make sure that you speak to the professors. Literally, it's their job to help you. You get what I mean? And most of them are really nice. Just ask for a consultation. If you're too afraid to speak in class, just like send an email, say, may I please have a consultation regarding this lesson? I did not understand A, B, C. Make sure you've gone through the work so when you arrive there, you know what questions you're asking. Don't pitch up and say, I don't understand. And they ask you, okay, what don't you understand? And you're like, the whole lesson. I don't understand the whole lesson. You see what I'm saying? You need to also make an effort so that they are willing to assist you because they see you trying to assist yourself. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you need to put in that effort for yourself and then ask for help. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. You're grown. You get what I'm saying? It's very important you take responsibility for your own academics. And at the end of the day, like I said, university is about getting your degree and getting out. Just get your degree and go. Enjoy it, yes, by all means, enjoy it. But at the end of the day, if anything comes in between you and getting your degree, you should second think it. You know, you should second guess it, like, maybe this is not for me. Let me just focus on the priority, right? Which is getting the degree. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so I almost forgot, right? Another thing is when it comes to relationships, right? So when it comes to romantic relationships, I suggest that you don't date within the first semester. Like, semester is a no-go zone. Maybe the second semester, but not even that. I feel like give yourself the first year to make your friends, find out what you enjoy, what you like. You gotta get used to the new environment and like get to know your school content, what is expected from you. You already have so much to adjust to. Adding another person to the equation is not ideal. You get it? And I'm saying this from experience. I wish, that I had not dated within the first year, given my chance to make friends, make good connections. Spend that energy making good friends rather than investing it in a relationship. You get what I mean? Because, if it's meant to be, you guys can talk. You know what I mean? You can talk about it in your second year. But prioritize yourself in the first year. Adjust, find out what you like, find your friends, do all those things, grow within yourself. You get what I mean? This is the first time you're away from your parents. This is a chance for you to get to know yourself, what you want out of your own life, right? And now adding someone else into the equation is not ideal in my opinion, right? So definitely consider that. Yeah. No, honestly, I think definitely try and consider that. Focus on your friends, because those are the people that will be with you throughout that time. Your academics, you break up, you get with someone else, you know what I'm saying? It's a distraction. Let's not lie. Being in a relationship is a distraction, right? A romantic relationship. Maybe just like having friends, I feel like is more beneficial within the first year. You get what I mean? In my opinion. But also, do what you want. If you feel like you can balance all those things, that's fine. You find someone who also motivates you, pushes you to do your best. They're also focused. Then why not? You get what I mean? But like, if you're just like dating someone who's not really on the same wavelength as you, doesn't have the same goals, is not as driven as you, ideally don't get involved with that. But that's also the same thing for any friend that you make. Make sure that they're as motivated or more than you. But yeah, those are just a few tips and advice I wish I was given, and I hope this helps you, this is helpful. If you have any other advice, please share it in the comments. It might help someone else. But yes, I hope this really helped. don't be shy to like the video, to subscribe, and to hit the notification bell. It will notify you whenever I post. And yeah, that's great, you get what I'm saying? So I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But bye for now.